Hello, I'm Daniel. Welcome to the Emunah Project. A lot of people, when they start out and they try to become more observant and work on their relationship with Hashem, a lot of people are very concerned that they're not praying the right way, how they're doing it, and they get very, very concerned. And a lot of times they don't realize that when it comes to his bodhidus, when it comes to praying to God and building a connection with God, sometimes the right way is not your way in some way, and sometimes you shouldn't get so hung up on it. When you're doing prayer, obviously take it seriously, try to do it correctly, but don't obsess over it. A story is told of the holy Baal Shem Tov, the founder of Hasidism. And the Baal Shem Tov was traveling, and he went to this hotel. And the hotel owner was so amazed that the Baal Shem Tov was at his restaurant that he asked him, he had a siddur, he had a Jewish prayer book. And he says, please tell me what to do. And the Baal Shem Tov wanted to help him. Why? Because he noticed, when he was at the stay in the hotel, it seemed like every minute of the day, whenever the guy could, he had his nose in the siddur. During the course of the day, hours and hours and hours. So before he was going to help him on how things were going, he says, well, tell me what you do. And the guy says, well, I start at the beginning, and I go all through the end, and then I stop, and the next day. So he was going through the entire prayer book. And the Baal Shem Tov says, listen, relax. So he took a bunch of pieces of paper and markers. He says, first you start off with this, and then you go to this, and then you go to this. In the afternoon, you pray this. In the evening, you pray this. And the guy had his siddur filled with these little bookmarks. And so he didn't have to read cover to cover, which consumed all of his time. The next day, the Baal Shem Tov gets on his way to wherever he's going. He's walking wherever he's going. A few hours later, the poor hotel owner drops his prayer book, and the bookmarks go flying all over the place. And he's so distraught, he just drops everything. He runs out after the Baal Shem Tov, after the Rebbe. And he's running, he's catching up as fast as he can. And he sees in the distance the Baal Shem Tov coming up to a river. And he's running, and he sees the Baal Shem Tov look around, and he takes a handkerchief from his pocket, and he flicks it out, and he puts it on the water, steps onto the handkerchief, and sails across the water, getting to the other side. No boats, going surfing on a hanky. The innkeeper gets to the river, looks around, takes out his handkerchief, flicks it, just like the Baal Shem Tov did, puts it on the water, just like the Baal Shem Tov, steps on it, and he too goes sailing across the river. The closest bridge is probably 2 miles in either direction. He catches up to the Baal Shem Tov. He says, Baal Shem Tov, if you remember me, I'm the owner of the inn, the hotel a while back, and you had all these beautiful bookmarks, but I dropped them and they're all over the place. Could I please impose upon you to do it again? And the Baal Shem Tov says, I would be happy to do it again, but wait a minute. How are you able to catch up to me? Because he realized that the bridges were miles apart. So the innkeeper says, well, I saw you from afar going up to the river. I saw you take your handkerchief, put it on the river, and you went across. So when I came to the river, I took out my handkerchief, I put it on the river, and I did exactly the same thing. And the Baal Shem Tov took his hands, put it on the gentleman's shoulder, and he says, forget my bookmarks. You keep davening. You keep praying exactly the way you have. You're doing just fine on your own. Don't get so obsessed on, am I doing this exactly right? Am I saying this exactly right? Am I supposed to bow here? Am I supposed to, relax. Davening from a prayer book, from a siddur, is just a formal, set way of talking to the Creator. That's what you are. You're connecting with God. Keep that in mind. Go easy on yourself. And you will find that davening, formal prayer, just like Hisbodedus, is a very rewarding experience, which will connect you even closer to the Creator. We'll be doing more videos on this theme. Until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel. Thank you too much.